What up, world? R.I.C.H coming right back at you. What we are witnessing right now is one of the most blatant displays of delusion that I have ever seen in my whole life. And I'm not talking about just anybody. I'm talking about Skepta. Yes, Skepta. The man who woke up, jumped on X, and decided he was going to challenge the entire foundation of hip-hop. Now let me stop right there, because what I'm about to say is not just a critique, it's a cultural intervention. This man, a British artist, a grime artist, and a student of hip-hop, got on that app and said he wanted to clash with an American rapper to settle a debate, to decide who's better. Are you out of your mind? Let me break this down real simple, so the most delusional person on social media can understand me. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot challenge the architects in a field they created. You can't step in the temple if you didn't lay the bricks. Hip-hop is not a tourist destination. Hip-hop is a home. And that home was built by Black Americans, foundational Black Americans at that. See, this ain't just about Skepta. This is a global problem. And right now, Skepta is just a spokesperson for a growing global movement of people who think they're more hip-hop than the very people who created it. And here's the problem. This delusion is not based in talent. It ain't based on impact. It's based in ego. It's based in a worldwide trend of people thinking they can do what Black Americans can do, better than Black Americans. That's the truth. Now let's get specific. Skepta said he wanted to pair up UK rappers against US rappers. He said Ghost of Grime should step into the ring with gods of hip hop. And he thinks this will settle the debate. Somebody need to get this man a history book. You don't bring a match to a forest fire. You don't bring a penny to the Federal Reserve. And you damn sure don't challenge the people who created the art that put food on your table. Hip-hop wasn't just born in the Bronx. It was born out of struggle, out of systematic oppression, out of school cutbacks, police brutality, redlining, crack era madness. You think Grime's origin story can compete with that? You think because you rapping double time, that means you should understand the Essence Fest. These American rappers are not just spitting bars. They're pouring out the story of a people. You can't replicate that. You can't out-rap that. And no matter how good your pen is, the history will never be yours. It's like walking in a church somebody else built and trying to take over the pulpit. You can preach, yeah, but the pews don't belong to you. And here's what makes it worse. Skepta didn't just challenge. He declared that this would settle the USvsUK rap debate. Like it was a fair fight. Like it was equal footing. Like he's the judge and the jury. Nah, bro, you're not even a juror. You're a visitor. You're a student. A talented one, yes, but a guest nonetheless. Eminem knows he's a guest. Multi-platinum. 8 Mile fame. Slim Shady. Still a guest. And he acts accordingly. He stays in his lane. He never claims ownership. And he never tries to erase the founders. So why does Skepta feel so emboldened? Why does he think he gets to write the rules? Because in this new era, delusion is being rebranded as confidence. Say anything, go viral. Who cares about the history? Who cares about the truth? This is the era of audacity without accountability.
And it's poison.
Everybody thinks they can do what Black Americans do because Black Americans made it look too damn easy. We made poverty look fly. We made pain sound beautiful. We made broken homes feel like hometowns. And the world saw that and said, I want that. They took it, they flipped it, and now they got the nerve to say they do it better. Better than us?
Hell no.
It ain't just offensive, it's dangerous. And you see it everywhere. The Essence Festival, founded to celebrate Black women from Louisiana, now feels like an imported African dance parade. African flags, Afro beats over boom bap, Nigerian fashion shows. Foundational Black Americans built that. Now it's being branded as something completely different. And Skepta's tweet is just the tip of the iceberg. Let me tell y'all something right now. The moment you start thinking you can end a debate with a microphone about something that was never up for debate to begin with, that ain't just confidence. That's delusion. And that's what this is. This whole UK versus US narrative, this whole grime versus rap argument is built on a false premise, a lie. A fantasy that hip-hop was ever supposed to be a global competition. Like this was a rap Olympics, country versus country. Nah, fam, hip-hop ain't FIFA. It ain't a World Cup. Hip-hop is a bloodline. Hip-hop is a culture. Hip-hop is Black America's baby. And when you step to that brother with your chest up and your chin out, talking about we want to clash to end the debate, what you really saying is we think we've evolved past y'all. The arrogance to think that you can outdo the originators at the very thing that gave you your voice. It's not just offensive, it's dangerous. Because the moment the world starts seeing the UK versus the US as a level playing field is the moment they start forgetting where hip hop came from, who it came from, and why it exists in the first place. This ain't just about flow. This is about foundation. And let me be very clear. Black Americans didn't create hip hop to have a global battle later. We created it to survive. We created it to speak when no one would listen. We created it when our schools got defunded, when our daddies got locked up, when our communities got poisoned. We didn't create hip hop for competition. We created it for liberation. And you think you gonna settle a debate with a rhyme. Nah, homie, you ain't settling nothing. You just showing how little you understand what this really is. Hip hop ain't just about who rap the fastest. It ain't about who got the better accent. It ain't about who got the freshest fit. It's about experience. It's about lived truth. And no matter how many ciphers you've been in, no matter how many stages you've touched, if you ain't from that American struggle, if you ain't from that Section 8, if you ain't from that mama worked 2 jobs and still gotta borrow money kind of life, you can rap, but you can't represent. And I'm sick of people thinking this is about skill set. Talent don't mean ownership. You can be talented, you can be successful, you can even be influential, but you will never be the root. And the world is trying to erase that fact. From Essence Fest to TikTok to who's at the top of the charts. Black American culture is being stripped, repackaged, and sold to the highest bidder. And then they act like we just another player in the game. We are the game. We invented it. Every microphone, every turntable, every stage you step on was built on our backs. So how dare you gonna say you want to clash to end the debate? Who made you the final say? Who put you in the judge's chair? Who gave you the gavel? You want to pay homage? Cool. You want to celebrate the sound? Dope. You want to build bridges? Let's go. But don't ever think you can compete with a spirit you can't recreate.
And let me break it down for the people in the back.
Black Americans don't have to prove we're better at hip hop. We are hip hop. We don't have to battle for validation. Our existence is the verse. Our history is the hook. And our soul, that's the sample the world keeps looping without our permission. This is bigger than Skepta. This is about a global tide. This is about a world who wants to love the culture but forget the people. Same way they did jazz. Same way they did rock. Same way they trying to do hip hop. We built this. And you don't get to rewrite our blueprint just because you got an accent. Now listen to me close. If you don't remember nothing else I said, remember this. Hip hop ain't just music. It ain't just style. It ain't just rap battles, metaphors, and flows. Hip hop is culture. Hip hop is history. And hip hop is spiritual. And what we're seeing right now is not global growth. It's global gentrification. When somebody buys up the block you grew up on and then throws up a coffee shop where Big Mama House used to be and renames it the Art District, that's not evolution. That's erasure. And hip hop is going through the same thing. Only this time, it ain't just real estate. It's culture. Every piece of us that made this thing great. The swagger, the pain, the slang, the harmony, the political fury, the spiritual battle, all of it. It's being watered down, diluted, repackaged, and then returned to us as something new, something fresh, something international. And I'm here to tell you right now, if we don't stand up and protect our culture, they will erase us out of it like we were never here. Now let me talk about the Essence Fest for a minute. Essence Festival, created to celebrate Black American women. New Orleans, Louisiana, gumbo in the air, bounce in the streets, jazz in the blood, black joy on full display. But look at it now. African flags, Afro beats headliners, Nigerian fashion brands on stage. Look, I ain't got no hate for the African culture, none at all. I'm proud of our connections to Africa, but I'm also proud of what we built right here on this soil, in the middle of slavery, in the depths of Jim Crow, in the face of everything designed to destroy us. You don't get to walk into our house and rearrange the furniture. You don't get to change the wall art and call it progress. And you damn sure don't get to act like the house was built by you. It wasn't. It was built by us. And that's the same thing happening with hip hop. Skepta's tweet, it was not just a call to battle. It was a signal that too many outside the culture think they own it. Think they can set the rules, decide who's real or relevant. Tell us that old heads are out of touch. Say that Black Americans lost the essence. We are the essence. We lived it. We bled for it. We built it from nothing. And now the world want to rebrand our invention and sell it back to us like it ain't ours. I can't rock with that. We have to set the record straight right here, right now. Hip hop ain't about who can rap faster. It's about who speaks the truth. Hip hop ain't about who's trending. It's about who's telling the story of the people. If you grew up off this music, then you in the family. But if you think you can lead the family without acknowledging who raised you, then you got to get checked. Because this is deeper than a verse. This is deeper than a challenge. This is about the global erasure of Black American innovation. Jazz gone. Rock gone, R&B being drained, and now hip hop. If you a guest in this culture, then act accordingly. Pull up a chair, say thank you, contribute, but don't try to take the house keys and tell us you run in the kitchen. We don't need your validation. We are the standard. And if you want to be a part of the culture, you got to respect the creators. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.